The recipe requires 1 cup of all-purpose flour. The recipe requires 1-2 cup of cocoa powder. The recipe requires 1 teaspoon of baking powder and 1-2 teaspoon of baking soda. The recipe requires 3-4 cup of powdered sugar. The recipe requires 1-2 cup of oil, 1-2 cup of milk, 2 eggs, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. Sifting flour through a fine mesh sieve removes lumps. The sifting process ensures a light and airy texture. 1 cup of all-purpose flour, maida, is typically used for sifting. Sifting flour improves the consistency of the final product. The goal of sifting is to create a more refined and uniform flour. Sifting cocoa powder combines it with flour to ensure even distribution in the batter. Sifting prevents clumps of cocoa powder from forming in the batter, resulting in a smoother consistency. The sifting process aerates the cocoa powder, enhancing its flavor and texture in the final baked product. Using a sifter ensures a consistent and refined texture in the cocoa powder before it is added to the other ingredients. Combining dry ingredients like cocoa powder and flour before adding wet ingredients helps to create a homogeneous mixture. Even distribution of cocoa powder contributes to a uniform color and flavor profile throughout the baked product. Baking powder is added to the mixture. Baking powder functions as a leavening agent. The release of gas helps the cake rise during baking. Leavening agents create a light and airy texture. The chemical reaction in baking powder produces carbon dioxide. Baking soda is added to the mixture. Baking soda contributes to the leavening process. Baking soda reacts with acidic ingredients. The reaction between baking soda and acids creates a light texture. Baking soda helps to create a light texture in baked goods. Sifting flour refines its texture by removing clumps and aerating it for a lighter consistency. Cocoa powder, baking powder, and baking soda are added to the flour to contribute flavor, leavening, and texture. Whisking dry ingredients ensures even distribution and prevents pockets of concentrated flavor or leavening agents. Thoroughly combining dry ingredients is crucial for consistent flavor and even rising in the final baked product. Powdered sugar dissolves easily, contributing to a smooth batter consistency. Using powdered sugar ensures a consistent texture throughout the batter. Powdered sugar, also known as icing sugar, is finely ground granulated sugar. 3-4 cup of powdered sugar is added to the wet ingredients. The fine texture of powdered sugar prevents grittiness in the final product. Powdered sugar integrates more uniformly into wet ingredients compared to granulated sugar. Oil or melted butter is added to the sugar in the bowl. Oil contributes moisture to the cake batter. The addition of oil keeps the cake tender. Adding oil to the mixture results in a tender cake. Eggs contribute to the structure and richness of cake batter. For an eggless alternative, curd can be used as a binding agent in cake recipes. The addition of either eggs or curd ensures proper texture and consistency in the final baked product. Approximately 1/2 cup of curd is equivalent to 2 eggs in a cake recipe. Vanilla essence is added to enhance the flavor profile of chocolate cake. The addition of vanilla essence complements and enriches the chocolate flavor. 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence is the standard quantity for flavor enhancement. Vanilla essence contains aromatic compounds that interact with chocolate molecules. Sugar is added to a mixing bowl as the initial step in the wet ingredient combination. Oil is incorporated into the sugar to begin the process of creating a homogeneous mixture. Eggs or curd are added to provide binding and richness to the wet ingredient blend. Vanilla essence is introduced to enhance the overall flavor profile of the mixture. The ingredients are whisked together to achieve a smooth and consistent texture. The final mixture should be well combined, indicating the successful integration of all wet ingredients. Dry ingredients should be gradually added to wet ingredients to prevent clumping. Mixing a little at a time ensures a smoother and more consistent batter or dough. Clumping occurs when dry ingredients are added too quickly, forming dense pockets. Proper mixing technique results in a homogeneous mixture with even distribution of ingredients. Adding dry ingredients gradually allows for better hydration and integration with wet components. Adding milk to batter enhances smoothness and consistency. Milk acts as a binding agent, improving the batter's overall texture. The proteins and fats in milk contribute to a more stable batter structure. Milk introduces moisture, preventing the batter from becoming too dry or crumbly. The addition of milk aids in emulsification, creating a uniform mixture. Optimal milk quantity ensures the right balance of moisture and structure in the batter. A smooth batter is achieved through consistent mixing. Complete ingredient incorporation is essential for a uniform batter. Lumps in the batter indicate incomplete mixing. Continued mixing eliminates lumps and ensures a consistent batter texture. The first step involves greasing a cake tin to prevent the cake from sticking. After greasing, the batter is poured into the prepared cake tin, ready for baking. Baking occurs in a preheated oven at 180 4, 350 4 F for 30-35 minutes. Alternatively, the cake can be baked in a cooker on medium flame for 40-45 minutes. Cake doneness is checked by inserting a toothpick. A clean toothpick indicates the cake is ready. Cake cooling is a necessary step before frosting to ensure proper adhesion and prevent melting. Complete cooling prevents the frosting from melting and ensures a smooth, even application. Chocolate syrup or ganache enhances flavor and serves as a decorative element on the cake. Applying chocolate syrup or ganache adds both visual appeal and a richer taste profile to the cake. The addition of frosting and decorations completes the cake, transforming it into a visually appealing dessert.